So we're here again on the land, and as I mentioned in the previous video, we had a little bit of a setback, so we've had to change our priorities around, and we've decided to focus on the land itself. And what we're going to be doing is clearing the foliage that we had cut down from last winter, so that the grass cutter can come in the summer in June to cut all the grass so that we don't do it this time. First of all, it was a bit of a slog and took a long time. Second of all, we don't have the grass cutter anymore because it's been stolen, so we got to get other people to do that. And then we're going to be focusing on other little bits and pieces, other jobs on the land, as we move forward and as we see what needs to be done. So this is where an old fence was, and all this stuff, it's like dead wood, it's been attached inside the fence, and we're trying to clear it now, just to make some space so that we can clear the rest of this bit and make it nice and tidy. Gives us a bit of a view of what's in there and how we might be able to use it, because there's quite a lot of land still in there that we haven't yet seen.
We've got a bit of a production line going on, so we've got all this mass of stuff. So we're separating it into dead hedge that we're going to try and drag down on the tarpaulin, and then some more dead hedge over there to go up the top. Firewood here, nice, I've cut some nice bits. Some bobs for us there. That's going to go in the woods and mulch down and be homes for animals. And then little pieces here that we're going to whittle into stakes to kill all the vampires, to delineate the land. And then any nice bits that we find like this that we can use for posts in the ground, or for sort of railings or things, features for later. So, and down there we've got loads of more tree stumps that we've cut down that we're collecting, some for around the fire and some for feature tables for later on. Jumping way into the future, but there's some nice bits of wood here that you could use for features for things, so we're just collecting them as well. Probably won't use them for years, but at least we'll have them when we need them.
Ready for vampire slaying.
So we're marking where our land border is, and Tom's just trimming off the edges of the old scrub so we can pass through the gaps, because it's quite overgrown. But there's a whole load more bit of land that we didn't know about. So this is where one of the markers for the GPS, and it's in there that the borderline cuts through. There's all these tree stumps that we've got all over the land. So I've done some research, and we've scored them. In order to kill them off, you do really deep scoring with the chainsaw, and then you sprinkle either Epsom salt or rock salt. No idea where you'd get Epsom salt here, so we just bought loads of cheap rock salts, and I'm just popping it in, and apparently that kills it off. We'll have to come back in a few months. I mean, it's going to take a lot of time to rot down, but because there's going to be some rains soon, hopefully that will help it along the way.
So we had this cut last winter, and now we're dragging it to make fencing around the perimeter because we feel it would be more effective against the cows, these pesky cows, than the string that we put up. So we're just blocking some of the gaps with these dead branches, and hopefully that will act as a deterrent.
So we're making a bit of a fence with the dead wood. I think they're called dead hedges, I'm not sure. So I don't know if it's going to keep the cows out, but it's something to use, a way to get rid of all the wood. And it looks all right, and it's just filling a gap. And we're going to build it up a little bit more. We've got a lot of wood to find places for. We are going to get proper fencing. Obviously the break-in made us realise that we need to secure as much as possible. Obviously if somebody wants to get in, they're going to get in, whatever you've got, but we need to spend the money and the time and prioritise getting like a proper fence all the way around. But it's like 600 metres or something, and it's a lot of ground, so yeah, we just need to decide on what kind of fence we need. But in the interim, this is what we got.
So this is all the firewood that we've collected in the last few days. It's been all around the land in various forms, but we've been sorting it out so that we can have a source of firewood. You can see there's some big blocks here. That's from the tree that was cut down because it was ill and it was going to fall on a electricity line. And then we've got all of these bits here. They're a little bit smaller, some logs, and also we've stacked them up here. That's strong and solid enough, because this is where one of the entry points where some of the thieves came in from. And we've repaired the window on the other side with just some OSB, but we've stacked these heavy logs against it as well, so no one can come in. So
this is what we've done this time. It's not really a dead hedge, it's classed more as a brush pile. And we were thinking about what sort of fencing to get, and I did mention that we'd probably need to get like proper fencing, but thinking about it, it's going to be really, really expensive. And doing a bit of research, we quite like this look. So what we're going to do is actually build a proper dead hedge, because we've got all the material on the land. So what the proper dead hedge is, you actually have to put posts in the ground. We can just bang them in from the found wood on the land, from in the forest, and then you sort of weave bits in and all like decomposing wood, and then hopefully bits of shrubs and some brambles can grow up in it as well. And it'll be a home for animals and a natural barrier. So it's going to take a long time to do, but if anybody wants to come on a dead hedge making holiday, let us know. We'll be happy to have the help.
I can't believe that a year ago this looks so different. It was covered in shrubs and it was so overgrown, and now we've got this amazing view of the sunset, and it's taken us a year to get there, but you know, we haven't been here the whole time and we've been coming back and forth. But it shows that when you've got a vision, you can achieve anything. So it's dusk now and the birds are singing, so we've just been listening to the birds and you can hear them now. And I use my app, the Merlin bird app, and we've got song thrush, European robin, Eurasian blackbird, marsh warbler, common cuckoo on the land. Yay! So another hard day's work on the land. We've done a lot today, which is amazing, and the sun is setting. We've got this beautiful view behind us, and it's now that you realise, even though we've had some knocks, and we're probably going to have some more, but all of this is worthwhile. Look at the grass, how green it is. This is because of the work that we did last August, and it's paid off. So if we just keep going step by step, bit by bit, then I know we're going to succeed. And so yeah, it's hard luck that all our stuff has been nicked, but it's not going to let us, we're not going to let it get We're not going to let it get us down. We're going to keep going, keep soldiering on, and we're going to make it work because of this, basically. It's beautiful.